also started farming some microgreens in my garage. So that can be another business avenue for us for the homestead. So that's what I'm working on. Let's see. All my chickens are molting currently, or like their production is decreased, which it's starting to cool off at night and stuff. So it's not a surprise to me. We've been planning on this. I have a bunch of eggs water glassed. So they're ready for storage. And then I have a bunch of eggs to process today. But that's what we're doing today, is processing all my eggs. And then tomorrow, hopefully, let's see, tomorrow's Saturday. It just depends on how my husband's day is going. He had to go to a funeral today. So depending on what is happening tomorrow, the girls might go to a gymkhana, or we might do a coop cleanup. That's a big one. We're going to start doing coop cleanups more often. So there was a bunch of stuff in there when we moved here. So I have a lot of work to do, in the sense that I was pregnant for like 6 months whenever we got it. Like, I was already 6 months pregnant when we got here. So in that 3-month period, obviously I did not just do a full coop cleanup. And then I obviously did not do like spring cleanup, because I was very pregnant and unable to do the heavy lifting. So this week is definitely going to be like fall catch-up week. Let's see. That's the business on that front. Have you guys heard anything about beef production in the United States and the screw worm that they had? What was it? A screw worm was found in Maryland. If you're in agriculture at all, that is very, very concerning, because if anything has an open wound, it's actually transmitted by flies and like their larvae stuff, I guess. Anyways, 70 miles from Texas, and then there's one in Maryland. So these are all very concerning for us and everybody around here, because in Arizona we get flooded with cattle from Mexico a lot. So yeah, the screwworm being that close is not exactly what we want to hear about. If anybody has any more information about that, or if any old timers know, I was reading a message about the what was it? The screwworm prevention. So they do a bunch of stuff for that, and I'm curious to see what the old timers did. So if you know about that, please let me know. Carrie May, what are you doing? Carrie May's sitting here at my feet, and I got her this little chair thing. Her Uncle Jason sent her. It used to be her cousin's, and it's like it's called a bloopy. So she's sitting in her chair right now, and she's just bouncing, 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 bouncing. She's enjoying sitting up, little cutie. Let's see. But the screwworm problem is an issue, and then we also have the land issues that are going on right now with, like, let's just say that maybe we ought to start looking into not selling our land to foreign countries, and also not selling our land to, I don't know, major corporations. Like the aluminum plant in Benson. It's like, if you needed like 1 million gallons of water a day, or I think it's 500,000 is what they had on their deal. Why in the world would you go to a desert? Like, that's just trying to kill out like a whole population, a whole ecosystem, a whole group of people. Like, why is it so important for them to just run us out of water in those areas? Why can't they go to like a big city somewhere that has water? We don't. I don't get it. Don't get it. They say that they're also gonna, like, Prescott's a big one, where they're wanting to move back forest permits a little bit further away from the cities, which I don't know enough about it to really comment on it, but I'm a little bit nervous. Like, anytime the government tries to take away access to land to its people, that's when I'm kind of like, let's not do that. It's also very concerning to me that there are certain very wealthy individuals who, let's just say, they have agendas that aren't for humankind, and now they're buying up all the farmland in like Maricopa and other areas in Arizona. That's really concerning. Not only that, but like the 15-minute city ideas that they're trying to implement already it's outrageous. Like, they literally want us to believe. I'm just not going to go on that soapbox. We're not going to go on the soapbox because then I'm going to get upset. But let's also think about the water situation in Tonopah. Like, I really want to talk to farmers and ranchers there too, in Tonopah, because like, they have wells drying up everywhere. But see, their thing is they had a bunch of Saudis that were buying land, right, in that area, in like Aguila, Tonopah area. Well, they had all those Saudis buying land. They were growing alfalfa with our water resources, right? Just fields and fields of alfalfa, barns full of hay to ship it to Saudi Arabia. That's pretty much like shipping our water to Saudi Arabia. Crazy. Crazy time to be alive here in America, let me tell you what. The other crazy thing is, like, so I went and I did a big study on the, what is it? The milk industry here in the United States, because I'm like, okay, so if these people were really, really farming in bad conditions, like, yeah, they deserve to get in trouble. But, oh, Carrie Mae. Thank you for sharing that with us. Carrie Mae, you hear my daughter over there making noises. I'm not going to tell you what those noises are because she's trying to take care of something. Little kid. She just started moving to more pureed food. But let's see. We shipped goats yesterday. Or not shipped goats. Worked goats with my little collies. My young dog got in a lot of trouble yesterday because she was being naughty and pretty much attacked my billy goat to a point where, let's just say, she got in a lot of trouble. Yes, Carrie Mae, I see you, baby. Anyway, let's see. I had a whole thing prepared and now I need a nap is what I need. Does anybody else get like that? Like, I'm at the point of just like exhaustion. Let's see. I want to get a bunch of pumpkins and like do some Dutch oven cooking, but also like hanging the pumpkins off of teepee poles outside. So that's so I dolphin in and out of conversations a lot. People tell me I might be a little neurospicy, so if I have a hard time keeping conversation, that's why. I have a million things going on in my head, so please don't judge me. Be nice. I'm actually pretty cool to talk to sometimes if I can stay on topic. Let's see. Yeah, so the goat brush business, we haven't received any notifications from anybody on that yet, but I'm excited. Like, people are already talking about it. Like, one of my husband's coworkers was like, "Oh, so your wife has a goat brush business now," and so the word's getting out. I don't know if it's positive for me or if they're making fun of me, but you know what? Either way, any traffic is good traffic once it comes to that sort of thing. Am I right? I wanted to start a goat roping here in Payson too, but I don't know. I've heard that it can be difficult to gain access to the arena here due to insurance purposes, which kind of really makes me sad because Payson claims to have the longest standing rodeo in Arizona, right? And it's like, okay, but in your local community, are you doing anything like gymkhanas for your kids to grow up in rodeo? Are you doing goat ropings for your kids to grow up in rodeo? Team ropings even? No. They don't do anything. Like, you want to say that you have the longest continuous rodeo, but you don't provide any rodeo culture for the area. It's really frustrating to me. But I'm hopeful. Maybe we'll get something going for the kids here soon. I know that there's some people here on this TikTok application that are ag advocates in Gila County, and I know that they also support the kids learning how to rodeo. So I'm hopeful that maybe they'll hear my cry for some gymkhana. I personally cannot do that. I really wanted to put on like a goat roping and gymkhana in Payson, but unless I had somebody to help me coordinate, I just could not plan that big of an event by myself. And I also could not afford the insurance cost for it. That would just be too much. But I apologize for rambling, guys. I've been up and down all night with my kids, so I'm very tired. If you can't tell, I'm losing my voice and like I look tired. Let's see. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? So with the screwworm, I really want to get some ranchers who are a little bit older, or even farmers who are a little bit older, who may have experienced or have family that experienced the screwworm before. That's next on the list. I also really want to speak to a bunch of people from the Corn Belt. I think that would be super awesome. So if you guys ever hear of anybody who wants to talk ag, who has a real issue on here, please give me a shout out. I would love to speak to somebody, anybody. I mean, whether it be for screwworm information, let's see, from back in the 1960s. So the reason why I want to interview old timers on that topic specifically is because they had to eradicate the disease in the United States, and I'd really love to hear what they have to say right about now. The other one is, well, people in the Corn Belt. I want to talk to them about what is going on with the soil, what they're seeing, what they're experiencing, because I can read all the science, but it doesn't change what's happening on the ground and what is actually going on from the farmer's perspective.